only do some vibe coding these days.
Was it
vibe coding? Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, you haven't heard? Oh, that's when you use those AI tools to generate the code.
And that's called vibe coding.
Vibe coding, yeah.
So I've never gone beyond that.
There you go.
Hi there. I am here with Jens Schumacher. Hi, Jens.
Hello, Martin.
And I'm from Seibert Group. We do all things Atlassian. If you have any questions about this content or anything else, contact us or contact Jens. For some things, he may refer you to us back. But you're building products on the Atlassian marketplace.
We are building products. One product specifically.
It grows. It
grows.
Feels like multiple ones, but it's only one marketplace entry right now.
It's one marketplace entry, and we thought about splitting it out because we do release notes, sharing roadmaps. The next thing is feedback. But instead of having like multiple apps that you have to understand how they relate to each other and how to configure them, it's just like one suite that works really well together.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's you should check it out. It's we'll see a couple of things later. So you can find out for yourself. Why is it so beautiful? That's doing a lot of work.
Yeah, we got a couple.
Most apps look ugly.
User experience is pretty important to us. So I think that's like one of the things we said early on. How do we differentiate or stick out in the marketplace is by having a great experience.
Okay.
We got a couple of great people on the team that have a good eye for design, and so
Do you?
So I'm part of that team. Like I do a lot of the designing, but we also have a really good front-end designer, a design engineer, and he just like has an incredible attention to detail. Just all the little touches. I can point out a couple later. He makes that work. So
do you code still?
Not anymore. I only do some vibe coding these days.
Was it
vibe coding? Yeah.
What is that?
Oh, you haven't heard? Oh, that's when you use those AI tools to generate the code.
And that's called vibe coding.
Vibe coding, yeah.
So I've never gone beyond that.
There you go. You gotta, So I do like internal apps, or I'll do the website.
Yeah. Okay.
And prototyping now actually with vibe coding, which is, we probably should have another podcast just on that topic.
Oh yeah, I've made very good experiences with ChatGPT, who just released a mock-up feature.
Yep.
And that's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredibly fast and
I haven't tried the ChatGPT one, but I tried a few of those.
It's out for 10 days or something, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like image generation, but with HTML mockups.
Yeah.
And then image generation takes ages.
Yeah.
This is pretty fast also.
Yeah.
So but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
But mostly designing and everything else. We have like like 3 engineers, and I do the rest.
Give us an elevator pitch. What does released do?
So I think the high level is if you have Jira Product Discovery, released is the must-have add-on. So for product teams who want to communicate their roadmaps, their release notes, and communicate with customers or stakeholders, that's what we help them do.
Okay.
So like essentially, when you go one level deeper, finding product roadmaps, whether it's like in a PowerPoint, on a Confluence page, in a Miro board, or product board, or AHA, they're always distributed everywhere, and it's really hard to find. So if you as a sales leader or in marketing want to get the latest roadmap, it's hard to find. So we put all that information in one place, what we call a product hub. So the whole organization can access that information in one spot rather than hunting it down. And the best part is that the sales leader doesn't need Jira access in order to access the roadmap. And for the product team, they can tailor the roadmap to those specific customer groups or the stakeholder groups.
What is AHA?
So AHA is also a road mapping tool that basically allows you to create roadmaps and then I think strategies. Basically competitor.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm illiterate.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay, roadmaps. What's the difference between release notes, feedbacks, and roadmaps, and why is that all in this one product?
So we think about this as like the whole product cycle. So you start off with a roadmap, like the planning, and that's what JPD is amazing at, right? Like figuring out what are the priorities, What are the things that people want? And then the next step is how do you communicate that to stakeholders? So you can use JPD for that as well, but we just
Jira Product Discovery.
Yeah, sorry, Jira Product Discovery, but we just take it like one level further where you can, I think, create a better experience to share the roadmaps. And we'll look at that in a second. So you have that. Then the next piece is you have to communicate it once you've built it to customers. How do you keep them up to date? And for many products, I think that's true for Atlassian, that's true for Canva, and for others, a lot of users don't even know that certain functionality exists. So how do you get that to them? And so that's where we do the release notes piece. And then
it's all integrated, right?
That's all integrated, yes. Yeah. And the release notes get generated from your Jira tickets that you have on your roadmap. So if you have a nice description there, we can take that description and the title and generate your release notes for you without you having to write anything. Yeah. Or at least we get you 80% there, and you add some images and videos to make it a great experience. And then lastly, you want feedback from customers and close that cycle. So what do they want?
Publicly facing.
Yeah, publicly facing. But could be publicly facing, could also come via the sales team internally. So how that happens today is that the
Jira
sales team
has some basic voting already, but it's not very.
Yeah, so they actually, for internal, yes. For external, they don't. And Jira, if the sales team has access to Jira, they can do that. But there's not a great way. Like customers struggle with that interaction. Like how does the sales team comment? So a lot of people still do it in Slack, that the sales team puts details or customer calls or requests into Slack, and it just gets lost if you don't organize properly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look. So here we're looking at the product hub, and basically what you get is different portals, and each portal
looks like Jira Service Management.
It looks a little bit like
beautiful.
Jira Service Management. Yeah.
Maybe they can copy some of your stuff.
Yeah, thank you. So in each portal can be either accessible to the public, that's when they don't have a log at the top, or can be restricted to specific email domains or email users.
Can I see it and not get in, or is it hidden?
You cannot see it. It's hidden.
Okay.
Then. So that's only when you log in with your details. You can log in via Gmail and Atlassian, or via an email verification link, and then that's what you get. Then you have, like, when there's a new update, you will see like a little new lozenge. You can click on it to see the latest notes.
That's release notes.
Yeah, those are the release notes. But then, of course, let's get into the demo one. You can click through, and this is what the release notes look like. Yeah. So, and you publish them straight from Jira. And then you have roadmaps. And the important part here is that it's multiple roadmaps. So you can tailor the roadmap to different stakeholders. So, for example, we have a leadership roadmap, and that's organized around company goals, win large customers or differentiate, and then showing what initiatives drive towards those goals or drive those goals forward. And then the fields and the description is also tailored to that audience. So if you look at a sales roadmap, for example, you have different fields. First of all, the description is different. If we have a look into the ones, you can add videos to maybe do a demo for the product. But also the description could include what you should talk about to the customer. What is the value proposition here to the customer? So make that really easy for the team to execute. And you can slide through and get all the details. And this is organized in quarters instead of the goals, because that's what they care about. When does a feature land? So you can take the same information or make it more detailed with maybe include stories as well if that's relevant to the team, and then just create completely different views of the same data.
And what is that in the background? Is it epics or?
So in this case, it's mostly ideas from JPD, but you can also have epics. You can mix the two if you want to. So we'll take a look at in a second. Another view
So this is kind of handcrafted for those target groups.
That is right.
In your product.
That's right, and we'll take a look in a second. And the other thing that we have is this overview. So you can describe what this view is about, maybe give some broad context of the goals that you have, and again, craft it towards that specific audience as well. Maybe you have a Loom video, give an overview, give a demo, which becomes relevant. Maybe you don't present it with everyone in the room. Maybe it's something that's asynchronously shared. So then you can provide more context in form of video. Now, sometimes you really need deadlines or specific timelines because teams depend on knowing at least the month or the week when something ships to coordinate. And for that, we're building a new view that is called the timeline view. So basically the same information, but you can show the information in a timeline. Where you can like go through, you can like jump to specific items, get a good overview. And you still control what you show when you're on hover, the exact fields and the text. But we also do some neat things. For example, here you see that it's faded out, which means there's uncertainty when it actually is going to land. So this one says like Q2, Q3, or down here we have this lands in Q4. So there's uncertainty indicated by this like dotted line and dash or the strokes. Yeah, so that's because a lot of people are hesitant to share timelines because they indicate, oh, this is when something is finished, if you have an end date. So by keeping the end date vague, you can alleviate some of that anxiety and that problem.
Okay.
So that's what that looks like. How you actually do it is, this is released if you go into one of the workspace, and this is one of those nice touches. You see you hover over it and you see the cards kind of opening up a little bit, like small details. And you go to the roadmap, and essentially this one is the customer-facing roadmap. Let's go to the leadership one that I talked about. You have control over the filter, what you show, JQL, or use a basic filter that has the ability to filter items by label or version or status category. We'll just keep it like that for now. But one of the nice things is that all of the data that you saw publicly is actually backed by Jira. So if something changes, let's say we change this status here. Let's say this is not done. We want to change this to like in delivery. And that's what is this? Multi-account management. So now it's on delivery. You see a blue dot up here that indicates that this has changed since last time it was published. That was like 3 days ago. And if you go to a different roadmap now in sales, you see the same thing. So on here, multi-account management, you see this dot. Now, would be annoying to have to update every roadmap when those changes happen. So maybe you want to update every week, like whatever your cadence is. We want to make it easy to publish it. So you hit publish. You can say, publish this change to all roadmaps, publish it, and now it pushes out that update to all the roadmaps. So if we go back to our demo here, multi-account management has now changed to delivery. So that's how quick it is to update a roadmap.
Okay.
So like no manual thing, just publish it.
And this is a publicly facing website.
There's a publicly facing website, publicly, or you can restrict it. But at the moment it's under like a release domain, but in the next couple of weeks we're going to add a custom domain so you can host it under roadmap.seibert.media.
Okay.
Or Seibert now.
Seibert.group. Yeah.
Seibert.
Dot group, sorry.
There you go.
And that's interesting. And is there any embed features? Could this be an iframe or something, or is that not what the design people want? So
you can. So under settings you have the different. So that's the portal, and you can customize the portal, the colors, and what module you want to show, and whether it's a dark mode or light mode. What text you show, it's all configurable, but you can also have a widget version of the same information of the portal. So here you still have the same thing. You can open it, you can embed it in your app. There's the roadmap as well, same thing. You can like scroll through the roadmap to get that information. And then you also have a embedded page version where again you have the same information on the page.
That was kind of what I was.
And then the roadmap. So we have the embedded page on our website, for example.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also possible. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. And the next thing then is feedback. So now you have the roadmap, you have the release notes on there, but customers want to give you feedback on the roadmap or things that you have planned. So that's what we're building next, the ability for customers or stakeholders to comment on specific roadmap items or provide brand new feedback, things that you don't already have listed there.
But that's not available yet?
That's not available.
Do you want to show it nevertheless and get feedback on your feedback?
Well, we just started working on it. So we got some designs, but it's not quite ready.
Not ready for recording.
Got a prototype for it, but yeah.
Tell us a little bit about a Big Mac customer, like a persona type of company. You don't have to tell the name, but just so that people get an understanding, when is this for me? You told me earlier, if I'm using Jira Product Discovery, that's a good fit.
Yeah.
And how do ideal customer profiles look like for you?
Yeah, so we have our customers are anything from 10 people teams to 1,000 people, 1,500 people companies. And what we see is that for the larger the company, the more often they use it for internal communication.
Yeah.
Because that's where keeping the sales team, the marketing team, the executives up to date is really important. So instead of publishing updates, product updates into Slack, they have it on a website where it's like much easier to navigate. You can find the history much easier. So that's the internal communication use case.
And the product team should be using Jira heavily already, because then they can leverage all the
so ideally
data hygiene that you need for presenting this, right?
Yeah, and we have engineering teams as well, in particular for roadmaps, communicate the engineering roadmaps as well.
But what is surfaced on the website is something that I control in released, right?
That's right.
Or like if I had a cursing title, would it automatically show on the roadmap?
So at the moment you can update the information in Jira, but you still need to manually push it.
Yeah, okay.
So we do have people asking for automatically doing it because they don't like that additional step. But
then you have this problem, right?
Exactly.
And if you're a 1,500 employee company, someone will smash a barrack hammer on your head if you...
Exactly. So we wanted to start with more control rather than less control, because sometimes people might not even know that it gets published, that it gets updated.
Yeah, that's where I was coming from,
Yeah.
So people want the confidence that this is an internal tool that they can use, and then the other want the confidence that this is updated so that they can use that for... Is it marketing?
It's marketing sometimes for, if you have a handful of large customers, for example, sometimes with dedicated features that you're just building for them. So like one example is we have a customer, they provide software to large theme parks, and they want to have a portal for each of their large customers because they have some custom development that they want to communicate. And then they can brand the portal with like the customer design. So their customer on our product hub would only see their own portal. They wouldn't see anything else. But it would be with their logo and their colors, and it's the white label and feels really special to them. Yeah. Rather than here's like a link to a PowerPoint or some...
I understand that.
Cheerboard.
But I would say it's marketing, because product is marketing.
Yeah.
And could be placement, and okay. So
for the external use case, it's definitely marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, for the internal use cases, it's also kind of
product marketing.
Yeah, cool. That's beautiful, compelling. You should check it out, and we can help you with that, or you can contact Jens directly. Thanks for your time.
Thanks you.
Awesome.